What's going on, guys? So today on the Shoky reviews, we're going to take a look at one of my favorite suits of all time. Of course, you guys know the Graze from IBO. And as we saw in the unboxing, of course, this is the Ares color standard slash commander type from IBO Season 1. And it's one of the more odd ones. It's one of the guys from Mars instead of the Earthbound ones and stuff like that. So it's a different color scheme. So whereas we've gotten the green ones and all the blue ones and all the other color ones, this one is a mildly purple gray kind of color. As we can go with the P-Bandai very purple box here. So let's go over the box real quick. It's P-Bandai, it'll go fast. You have the Ares Graze right here. You have the Galileo Schwalbe Graze there. And you have the McGillis Schwalbe Graze there. I'm actually, the only reason I'm guessing that is because of the difference of the lance. So, yeah. And you have whoever the heck that guy was, I can't remember. He's obviously one of the commanders for the Ares team. And Bandai 2016, all the stuff at the bottom. Bandai logo there. I've come down here, you get repeat of all the same stuff. Actually, that is a very, very long title right there. Come on this side, you get HG Iron Blooded Orphans, repeat of the little simple box art, and bandai-hobby.net right there. And come around this side, and you get a repeat of all that. You get a little warning right there. Do not stick a Graze in your 3-year-old's face. It will hurt. Come over here, you get the little guy with the toilet, 1,000 yen. I wish. Though I did get this thing for about 25, so it wasn't terrible. Not like some of the ridiculous markup you get. Alright, and you got background images by Saito Yoshinobu. One of my favorite little artists from the first season here. And of course, Purple Graze, still upside down. Now, there is no build montage for this because it's a real simple, easy to build Graze kit, so I skipped it. So we're just going to go ahead and go straight into the review. Alright, now here we have the Graze, all nice and finished. And guys, it didn't take me very long. You know, I've built these things, God knows how many times at this point, probably at least more than half a dozen if I had to guess. And, you know, it's easy. I think all in all it took me about 2.5 hours. And that was with adding some paint to this guy. But you can see that it is a different color. You got a very kind of purplish, grayish color for the armor. And I didn't do it in the commander type. I actually don't like the commander horns on these. I think they look kind of dumb, to be perfectly honest. So I went with the standard type Graze head. I really do dig it. In some cases, I actually went very simple, where I used the regular stickers here, 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 and of course, right back here on the back. I think those yellow stickers are actually very, very good. As you guys can see, though, from here, the frame is not standard. So if I come in as close as I can get, you can see there is a nice kind of metallic shine going on there. I actually built the entire frame out, went ahead and hit it with a nice gunmetal gray, metallic, and you can see it looks really good there on the shoulders. You see some of that inner framework sort of exposed right through there. Same thing on the hands. And of course, after the paint was dry, I actually did hit it with a little bit of the Tamiya Weathering Silver and even a little bit of rust, though it's probably a little too shiny to actually see that. I don't know, might be too bright with my light here. Let me see. See a little bit better like that. Let me see just a little bit of dry brushing. You can really see you get the nice metallic sheen on there. I thought it would add a good breakup in the detail. Didn't go with a lighter color frame. And I think it looks really, really good. I think it actually adds to the effect. And since this frame is so easy to build and assemble, that's the whole reason I did it. It looks pretty good. And like any other Graze, you've got the same kind of level of articulation all over there, so realistically don't need to show it off too much. You get the nice butterflied shoulders, you got a flip-floppy armor right here, the standard Graze, you know, shoulders, stuff like that. You got a nice dark gray for the offset color. That looks really, really good. And if I can get in here, let me turn on my backup light again. See if we can see in there. I did actually try to hit the pistons with some chrome. You can sort of see it. It's a little harder to get that light in there. So I've got some chrome on that, and also on the little area right in here. Got a little bit of chrome on that. Got a tiny bit of chrome inside the thrusters. Nothing major. I didn't even bother painting on the thrusters. I got lazy on that. These little bitty maneuvering thrusters, just hit those with some chrome. And as you guys can see, I skipped on the weapons because I got tired of building Graze weapons, realistically. I think I'm going to leave this guy with no weapons whatsoever. I just really dig the color. Now, if I can get the Galileo, Schwalbe Graze, or even, what was his name in the second season? Isarugi. If I can get the Isarugi's Schwalbe Graze, which is the exact same kit, to be perfectly honest, I will definitely get that. That's the only one I'm technically missing, aside from the ground type Grazes, which I can't seem to get. Now, if I can open the head, I did neglect to put either the sticker or paint the eye, but I'm going to. I want to just take my yellow paint, hit the eye, and hit all of the little grooves in there, so it'll be done. But it does look good. You can see the gunmetal and the silver working together there on the head. Close that up. But, you know, it's just a nice kit. Now, is it $25 nice? Not really. Not considering it is literally just a recolor. It doesn't come with anything special. You know, a lot of the other kits, they'll come with more stuff. But let's do a comparison real quick, because this is a short review. So let's actually compare it to some of the previous Graze kits. So scooch him over here. And we'll bring in one of the Graze kits from the first season. You do have the custom Graze. But as you can see, of course, you've got all the extra weapons, you've got the different shoulders, and of course the different head and stuff like that. And that's one reason why this kit is actually pretty cool comparatively to, well, the standard ground type Graze. Or not ground type, but standard Graze kit. Honestly, he has a hard time standing with all of these weapons, because he's normally on a stand. And go ahead and bring in McGillis Graze Ritter from Season 2. So you can see a big difference between a normal Graze and, of course, the Graze Ritter, which has all the fun extra toys and armor and all that stuff. So that looks pretty good. Actually, that's a very vibrant blue. Really digging that. Pull that out of here. And we'll also bring in pretty much the most unique Graze there is. And it is the Graze Ein. I don't know that I ever compared the Graze Ein. I have to go back to the original review, because that thing is like ridiculously taller than a standard Graze. I don't know that I ever actually did the comparison, but oddly enough, this is actually a fairly close color match. I mean, this one is a bit lighter, as you can see, just right in there. A little more blue, perhaps. I really do dig that. But, of course, Season 1 kits are actually very, very cool. I really do dig this. But as a kit, it's the same as any other Graze, with the exception of its color. So that's why I wanted to make it stand out a little bit from the rest of its cohorts by painting the frame. I think it just looks really good. I'd probably give the whole thing a matte coat, or a semi-gloss coat, maybe. But for final thoughts, guys, yeah, I mean, I really do dig it. I like the color scheme on it, and the fact that, you know, I'm sort of a completionist at this point, so I want to make sure I get as many of the original kits as possible. And I think realistically, with the aside of maybe some of the golden Barbatos and stuff like that, I think I only need to get the purple Schwalbe Graze realistically to finish out my Season 1 kits. But this thing looks pretty good. If you can get a hold of it and you're really a big Graze fan, you kind of need to get this. Now, like I said, if I can get the ground type Grazes, the double set kit, I would even be happier, because I really do love these. I'm kind of a dork. I'm a Graze nerd, as it were. But guys, if you like this, make sure you give me a thumbs up. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe, because this is pretty much most of what this channel does. I mean, I do other stuff, but this is pretty much it. But as always, I want to thank my Patreon guys. You guys are great. John, Andy, Steve. I appreciate your support as always. And if you don't know about Patreon, it'll be here on the screen. If you feel like donating to actually help out the channel and keep things moving forward, by all means, I will take it. because every little bit does actually help. And guys, I will catch you on the next review. Remember, as always, keep on building, and happy holidays.